my next guest, I'm delighted to have Thano Lambrinos from QuadReal. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Impressions of the show so far? I know we're just starting out.
Yeah, it's just starting out, but I think it's great, and you can tell by how many people are here that this space just keeps growing and growing and gets more and more interesting.
Yeah.
So it's been pretty good so far, and I'm looking forward to the next couple days.
If you wouldn't mind, tell our viewers a little bit about QuadReal and what you do at QuadReal, and then we'll get into...
Yeah, for sure. I'm the Vice President of Smart Building Technology and Digital Innovation at QuadReal. QuadReal, for those who don't know, is a $28 billion real estate company. We invest, develop, own and operate real estate across asset classes, office, retail, industrial, and multifamily. My focus is digital innovation within the built environment. So looking at everything from the infrastructure, digital infrastructure, wired and wireless networks, IoT devices, the systems within the building and the integration of those systems to ultimately enable a series of high-value use cases, whether they're operational use cases or front-of-house tenant experience use cases. So that's what myself and my team focus on.
And you're well recognized as being great at it. Can you give our viewers and the people on the floor who are listening an idea of why you guys are so darn good?
It's very flattering. Thank you. I think it starts from the top. We have a culture of innovation at QuadReal. Our CEO, Dennis, is focused on innovation, whether it be on the enterprise level or within the built environment. Our president, Remco, supports it, and so does my EVP, Don, who runs our operational excellence group. It really comes down from the top. We are very interested in piloting, failing fast, and identifying opportunities that we can differentiate ourselves and our assets in the market.
Tell me about an initiative that you piloted within the last couple of years that really has turned out the way, maybe even beyond what you had expected.
Certainly. I think one of the things that we're working on right now is we're only a 2-year-old company.
Right.
QuadReal was an amalgamation of all of the BCI real estate assets that were managed previously by a bunch of different third-party managers. So we're still young and very early in our cycle. However, on the infrastructure side, we've deployed a strategy across the portfolio to connect our buildings, and utilizing a GPON technology for the networks, we've managed to deploy at a cost savings of around 70% less than traditional active Ethernet networks.
Wow.
So it removes a significant barrier to connectivity and to integration and to the use cases that we're looking at accomplishing. So off the top of my head, that's probably the one that I'm most excited about.
What do you wish you could tell the people at this show? What is the opportunity that they are missing and overlooking?
I think, I guess it depends on who's asking, but from a vendor perspective, I think the best advice, because I feel like the prettiest girl at the dance sometimes when I come to these things. And the problem with the vendor community, or where they have an opportunity, is to try not to hit a home run with every single building and every single opportunity that they come across. So really start thinking about how they take their products and solutions and scale them. Scale is one of the biggest barriers when it comes to deploying PropTech in a portfolio of our size.
Right.
And if we want to start, or if they look at charging us 2, 3, 4, 5 cents a square foot for this tool and that tool, it starts to add up pretty significantly and becomes uneconomical. So that's the advice I'd give the vendor community. That's what I'm interested in, the folks that understand their place in the market and can deliver on a unique solution that delivers on an outcome and allows us to differentiate, but does so at a cost base that allows me to scale it across the portfolio.
I see. What would you say is your overarching philosophy about digital transformation? How does QuadReal come at that?
We look at it, we want to make sure we're not doing technology for technology's sake.
Right.
So what we're focusing on right now is identifying the outcomes across the portfolio, across the business units, and working with, whether it be operations, development, construction, leasing, IT, HR, what have you, to identify what their problems are and identify what the outcomes that we want to realize out of our assets are, and then identify enabling technologies that help us get there. I think the problem in the market is a lot of folks chase technology for technology's sake.
Sure.
And it's look at this. It's easy to get really
It's shiny
by all the stuff that's going on out
Sure.
here, and get blinded by some of these great companies and great solutions.
Yeah.
But what we're really doing is focusing on outcomes, building the use cases, and then identifying enabling technologies to support those use cases, which again focus either on operational cost reduction and experiential elements.
Fantastic. Thano, thank you so much for giving us a little bit of insight into what you're doing at QuadReal. Anything else that we want to just let people know about what you guys are up to?
We're just very excited and happy to be here.
Yeah.
We're very excited about the direction that we're going. And there are going to be very big things to come at QuadReal in the near term and the medium term.
Fantastic, no doubt about it. Thank you very much.